So we're jumping back into the daily drive of the Civic now. What we got a little while ago was another aftermarket rear bar for this thing. So it's a full fiberglass rear end that we got. So we're going to take this one off, fit the other one. All these have got to come out because this bar comes up all the way into here, so the lock will disappear on the other side. We're going to take this out. We're going to test fit the bar and see how it gets mounted, whether we need to add anything or modify anything before we paint it and get into that. We'll take all this off, get it on, see where we're at, and then once we're happy with that, we're going to paint the front and the rear bars, get it all on, and then start driving the car around again. Oh. Oh yeah. Okay, so it turns out the bar we've got seems to have been ordered. Well, they've sent us the wrong one. They've sent it for a hatchback by the look of it. We have a sedan, so unfortunately also the company that made this has gone out of business and shut shop, so we can't even return it or get something. But it is possibly salvageable, so we can notch these out and push this in. We can always cut this down through here and extend this out to where we need to and follow that arch. All the curves are the same on both sides. But our biggest problem is bringing these two together. We can cut this down the middle and take a space out, is our exhaust is going to be in the wrong spot. So our first step would be cut this, sit it in, see how far it out is. It only looks like it's a little bit out here, so in the end it might have to be, I mean this isn't central anyway. That it might have to cut this arch out, shift it, and then patch it to suit afterwards. It's a bit of mucking around for the rear bar, but I mean it does look alright on the car and it would be worth it. But we'll pencil that in for later on because we're going to have to do a fair bit of chopping and make side mould and some other bits and pieces. So for now, we'll get the front sorted, get the front painted, get it all back on, and just get it going. We can play with this as we go. Before we take it off, we'll mark some stuff, do some measurements. At least we have a vague idea of what we need to do, and then can be able to go from there.
We are going to play a typical number. We are going to play a typical number with a typical amount of loud and low passages. Let's do this! Do this! Smoking! Right? Right on! Hell yeah! We are going to play a typical number. We are going to play a typical amount of loud passages. Let's do this! Do this! Yeah! Right! Right on! Hell yeah!
Oh, I could be all it is you need, 'cause we are trying to find a way to feel. If I could sleep, I'd dream of what we'd be, but I can feel you slip further from me. Oh, it makes it hard to be when you are all that I want but don't have, and I'll run into the sea, follow this heart that escapes me, it escapes me, and I'm lost. Forget me, all I and become everything, all I Although it feels like heaven, I can't wait forever. Old habits are hard to break, I'm losing faith. Maybe we're better off this way, but I'm still
So we're back putting the front bar on the Civic. We got it all assembled now, the lights are in and everything. Got it sitting out here ready to go. So normally we had the threaded inserts in the bottom of these guards, which is the ones that you can put in and crimp them into place and then screw bolts into them. The way the guards are, it's pulled the last lots of inserts out, so This time it's just bolts and lock washers and everything on the other side, so it'll be alright. It won't rip it out, it'll just damage the car. But the idea is not to smash it again, but we'll see what happens. We'll get it on the car and then we get this thing out, test drive it, and then we get it back on the road. Alright. Back on, lights and everything hooked up, take it for a test drive, see what it comes up like, but otherwise, yeah, she's ready to go. Yeah, it's a bit dirty, needs a bit of a clean, but other than that, she's all sweet, so we can get out and cruise around in it again, see how it feels. Anything else comes up, we'll obviously rectify that as we go, but we might look at some new rotors and things later on, just the standard stuff, but otherwise at this stage, it's all good to go.